Welcome back, everybody,
to another week
of your favorite crypto podcast,
Sometimes Crypto,
the unscripted
crypto podcast.
Ew.
Hey, yo. We have been gone for quite a while.
We've had a lot of stuff going on.
With
our schedules weren't aligning at all.
With a little bit of travel, Alex working night shifts, school getting back on. It's been a mess. It has been a total shit show. We'll say that.
But the world has been moving on, and a lot
moves.
A lot has gone down. It's kind of insane how much things have gone on since then. I think Bitcoin and crypto in general was on the rise up for the entire time of our absence.
I think we need to go silent more often so it can keep on pumping.
Yeah, just as a community favor for everyone who's already invested. Yeah, we should probably stay quiet for.
We should stop recording until the bull runs over. I need you to slightly raise your volume or move the microphone closer to your face.
Okay, I could do that.
You sound a little far.
A little far, a little distant. It's okay, William. We'll bridge the gap.
That's okay. But I Alex and I had discussed we're gonna first get into all the crypto, all that news first before we get into everything that happened since we've been gone.
Yep. We figured that crypto is our baseline for keeping everyone in line and in touch, and then we'll go off into, I want to say no man's land, but it's all been explored to a degree. We just got to cover it because it's been so much things going on. We have some things that we have to say.
Yeah. At least one thing will be clear is that we have a lot more information than if we would have done this as week per week. Like, we're going to give the full rundown all at one sitting, essentially.
Yep, that's true.
All right. So I say we start with rates occurred, PPI, CPI, unemployment numbers, all the fun things.
If you're into math,
I'm not going to bore anyone. As everyone, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're into math and boring stuff, that was what I was going to say. But
yeah, this is where you start.
You're not going to bore them, so we're good.
Yeah. So I guess not late news. At least you should already know this. Rate cut occurred, 25 basis points as expected. Powell, I believe the sentiment was Powell seemed. From my take, from what I heard, was he was unsure of really how he's going to move forward, how the Fed's going to move forward. I think more than ever, they're really taking it month to month, and really going like, I don't know what to do. Like, as Alex has said, they're just guessing. I think this time they're really guessing, like, what to do here.
I mean, back then, the issue was Trump's tariffs war. And Trump being left and right on like, oh, tariffs, no tariffs, tariffs, no tariffs. So that was making it difficult. But now it's a little different.
Because now they're saying like the tariffs aren't, at least tariffs are affecting people, but they're not affecting people. I'm gonna guess as much as they expected.
Mm-hmm.
Even though. Or better, I'm going to reword that. I think their tariffs are hitting harder than what they expected in terms of at least the job numbers, because jobs are coming down
big time. A lot of people are getting laid off,
and if they're not getting laid off, there aren't as many new positions being opened up.
Correct. Yeah, unemployment is.
I think that's a better way of saying it.
On the up and up.
Yeah.
Which is not good, because we need people working. We need people adding value to the general economy.
So to add a little bit of nuance to that, I've seen a lot of just YouTube videos and smarter, much better educated in economics than I am, suggest that it's mainly because of AI. the how quickly AI is advancing. They're just like new employers are just waiting off to see, not so much firing people, but more so holding off on heavy hiring to see what roles AI can fill at the speed in which it's advancing. I think that's a better way of saying it.
Yep, that is pretty accurate. And even then, there's some roles that some people don't even want to take because of this AI. Like, there's this new role that I've seen where it's like, what was it? Vibe coding reviewer. So it's just hiring someone to check the people's vibe coding, and that sounds.
What is that?
So vibe coding is pretty much using AI to code stuff, anything really. And if you've never used AI to code, it's not great. It does really bad. It's not the best. So someone hiring they're essentially hiring positions for people to review what AI has generated. Let's say they hire a team of 3 or 4 people to just vibe code a product out, and then they hire a 5th person to just review all the code and make it work, because AI is going to give a general framework, and some things might work, but then the vast majority of it's not going to work. So that job is a role that I've seen multiple people already be like, this is going to be hellish, not worth it at all. And in that particular case, paired with the fact that companies are holding off on hiring because of the potential that AI has, I think that's helping the job market just not be where it needs to be.
Yeah, that's why we're seeing all these revisions that, at least in for employment, that they keep on dropping drastically.
Revisions?
Yeah. We've talked about this in the past. So after each month the farm payroll comes out, that's a number set, and then as time progresses, that number is revised, meaning they look at that data set again and see how accurate it was to what was said originally.
I see.
Which we talked about when I was with One, because you were
out
living life. We talked about that revision, and that there were 990,000 jobs, almost less than what was originally forecasted in the job reports.
Wow.
Please don't quote me exactly on this. It's off memory. I don't remember the exact data.
The exact number of how many jobs.
That was like 6-7 months, 6-7 weeks ago now.
A month it hasn't been that long.
From when is that? It's been a while.
But I meant months, because you're saying months.
Yeah, I was about to say months. My fault.
Yeah.
So let's get into what came out. Core CPI 3.1 did not change. Initial jobs claims, the estimate was 235. It came at 263. Headline CPI came in at 2.9. The estimated was 2.9. The prior was 2.7.
So CPI is up.
PPI, CPI is a smidgy up. Yeah. However, the interesting was PPI. PPI was 2.6. The estimate was 3.3, and the prior was 3.3. So PPI came down quite a bit. At least month to month
for producers.
Correct.
So
yeah,
PPI
so
stands for Producers Price Index, and then CPI is Consumer Price Index, just for
correct
coverage.
So what I find interesting in that little number discrepancy is if tariffs were hitting or affecting, it's not hitting producers that hard, but I'm going to say it like this, the producers are moving all that extra inflation and price to the consumers either way. Because CPI is still going up, even though PPI did slightly come down.
Yeah. I'm curious now. Does PPI include the price of tariffs, like the cost of goods because of tariffs?
100%. Yeah, that's why Powell was so nervous about these of dropping rates so harsh, or really held off on rates, because he wants to see what effects the tariffs would have had on the market. Because tariffs would be inflationary one time, but they wouldn't continue being inflationary for the rest of its life.
Yeah.
Because inflation, for the most part, is the continuous raise of price value at the same rate or at a somewhat rate year over year, month over month.
Yeah. Month over month, year over
year. There would be a one-time raise in price.
Interesting.
All right.
I wonder why PPI was so much further down. I guess Powell just expected, or the entire Federal Reserve expected, those tariffs to hit way harder then.
Yeah, I think they're hitting consumers harder. I think Powell, what Powell is seeing is hitting consumers harder than what's hitting industries.
Yeah, that's definitely what it looks like.
Yeah. So that's my fault. I did a thing and I almost messed it up. My fault.
Yeah, almost. Keyword almost.
Almost. Yeah. So, want to talk about Bitcoin?
Yeah, let's review the rise and fall of what we missed.
It's just a pullback, guys. It's just relax.
It is and it's not just
Sharing
a pullback. It's gonna be a crazy fake out.
It's pretty, dude. If it's a fake out, it's a big fake out. Screen looks good here. Oh, then fully.
Yeah, I see it. It looks good to me.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make it my full screen so I can see it better. So this is Bitcoin. So the 25 basis point cut happened on the daily. This is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So this is where it happened. If I'm not mistaken, it was here. So we opened, mind you, Tuesday. We rallied into Tuesday. We opened on Wednesday. Prices flew down.
This is September 17th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Correct. That's when it happened.
Yeah, September 17th. I just iterating
right?
for those who you're right. You're good.
Gotcha. So price pushed up after being down. Close close below where it opened. The following day was a pretty green day, which was the Thursday the 18th. Still held, and then as the weekend came along, prices began to fall, pretty much. And now we are sitting at 109,500, starting to push up. Mind you, I do like where it's pushing off on, because if you zoom out, that's a very well placed support line. So essentially, what we could be seeing is retest of the support, making a slightly higher high than this to retest.
My
I would
internet's
say
connected,
this trend
but
line,
I am not
this
hearing
one already broke out and became a fake out, as you can see here. Broke out here, pushed up, fell back below, rejected here, came back down to here, broke out again. We were assuming it was going to hold, and then fell like an angel, essentially. Back down to here. So I would say we can take that off. and this one. And then this would be our new downward trend line, which if the trend line were to fill in, we have some time before it would break out of this trend line, unless it breaks out much earlier than this. But safely, you can expect it to fill in this gap and break like that. That's like a safe bet.
Yeah.
We could see a range for a while before we see this. The issue here is if Bitcoin does decide to range. Yes, interrupt me.
No, I wasn't trying to interrupt you. I lost connection for a little bit and couldn't hear you for like 10 seconds.
Oh, gotcha. What I was gonna say is if Bitcoin decides to range like through this time, what we don't want to see is dominance go up. The only thing is we are seeing dominance go up, and in my opinion, it's also it's about time dominance does start to push up, because dominance has come down drastically since the last time we talked dominance on this show.
Yeah, it has gone down.
So as of right now, you can expect something like this to happen unless we get a crazy God candle to break out of this downturn to get this down trend again, which we could very easily theoretically see another fake out like we saw before in this trend line I drew that I just took out. So we could see something now a little further, a new trend line a little higher up. As of right now, this is what we're looking at. This is where we are. I will say this is solid support. Like if you were to take a trade here, which I took one a little higher up, got stopped out, thinking the pullback was over. If you were to take a trade here, I might take it. It would be like something like this, realistically. Below there. Safety P would be coming back to this 116 or break of this trend. Or take the trade here, build up some size. Once it breaks out, add more size and continue that. But that's what I'm looking at. Now, the thing is with dominance, unless I have it here, I don't. The thing is with dominance, a lot of lines here. So as we talked about in prior episodes, I think I had a bar here. Dominance fell down all these levels quite drastically, if I may say. This is where we started the dip. Bam. Retest of this support line, very clear. Push back up, came down. There's a little bit of support, bounced off again, rejected off. I think one of my I forgot which one. It's an SMA 9-day. Pushed down, continued the downtrend, and has just after the rate cut announcement has pushed up and broken above this now resistant line. So we could see a climb. Benjamin Cowan, big Bitcoin maxi dominance expert, is saying he sees a Bitcoin back up to 60% dominance in the month of October.
Wow.
Which would mean altar bleeding. Once again. And the thing is, I'm not completely against his 60% dominance theory. It makes a lot of sense because it would mean, and it would be bullish for us because it would mean you're going to, assuming his idea is rejecting. Where's my drawing? We would be coming here as it broke out, hitting this, rejecting around here, and then pushing. My opinion, we would be pushing back down. Now the question is whether we're going to bounce on here, or it's not going to bounce as it didn't bounce there. It's going to drop, and then we dropped down to our next level, which is down there. And then that would reignite the alt and flood the market, or rotate the market from Bitcoin to the alts. Right? So that's where we're currently at. Like, we could easily see something like this that happened back here. Back in November of 2024. We were here, and dominance just dropped like a wrecking ball. All the way down to 54. Right? So, This is our first stop, 56. But that could be after we see 60% get retested as our new resistance zone.
Yeah.
So that's what we're currently looking at.
So he's expecting a 60%
and mind you,
Bitcoin dominance with
spike, yeah.
a bleeding market.
Correct. Because not a bleeding market, but rotation of capital, rotating alts back into Bitcoin at the bare minimum.
Wow.
Now, if we get a flood in of new money or more money coming in, then that can change things. You know? Which, mind you, we do have USDT dominance that's also spiking up, right? Like we did come down all the way to 3.96%. And if you look at it here, it is kind of in a downtrend still, right? It hasn't broken up to it hasn't broken this new resistance line. It broke it up above here where it was first starting, faked it out, and then has built below it.
Immediately rejected that push up.
So as of right now, we're dominance broke out, but USDT dominance is still in a resistance. So it's really up to the market to decide what it's going to do.
Yeah, it's pretty much a coin flip with those two.
But if you look at market cap basically reject, like this is total 3 market cap, meaning excluding the top 10 cryptos. It also rejected off of this level almost. It ran it a tiny bit, right? Meaning it didn't hit the entire level. It came right below it. But, you know, it is in a position where, excuse me, it can make this area here its new little support zone, even though it broke below it a little bit. But that's fine, because if you look at it here, it's broken below it, but then it bounces right back up. And that applies for the rest of the market caps, right? Like they're all doing very similar. Like they broke their previous downtrends and have made new highs since then. So it's completely normal for this to find a new area of support to then continue the run up. I mean, look at ETH, right? Look at that. Broke above. We're literally in a solid support zone, like textbook support right here. Like textbook. Yep. Just the question is if it's gonna hold or not, and that's still not certain. Like in no air, like it's still not certain. Very much up in the air.
A lot of potential to gain, with some potential to lose.
Well, yeah, if we start losing levels, like if it does lose this right here, like if this area is lost, we're gonna go back to 3,400. And that's gonna hurt, right? Like even Sol is bleeding hard. Like look at that.
Wow.
And Sol is performing well. Oh damn, this chart is not marked up at all. And it was performing well.
Sol was like close to 260.
Yeah, it was at 250. But if you look at it, even from here, right? It's in a bounce zone, right? Like there should be a bounce here. Theoretically, from what the trend line says, right? Support. Like, it's a theoretical bounce zone. Like, this is a support zone. Like, a trade here would literally be here and then below here. Like, that would literally be the trade, and it would be right back up to here.
So buy Sol at 195 with a
the
stop
thing
loss
is,
of 184.
If it holds, right, like it's very. The thing is, there isn't enough like building. It's very much like 3-4 straight candles down. So it also starts to show you that there should be a bounce soon. Either way, because RSIs are down. RSIs are still coming down. The weekly don't look at that. Look at the top on the weekly.
Yeah, weeklies.
Right, but that's a clear uptrend.
Yep.
So the fear here is not so as an example, I'm certain most tokens look like this. Just to draw some ugly lines. The fear is here, if this candle were to close outside of here, like that, you then have the situation of the idea is it retests this, it rejects, and then the real downtrend, the real push down comes. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But why doesn't it delete?
Gotta delete the line, William. We don't want to see that line.
It doesn't.
We don't want that
line. It doesn't
line.
let me, dude. It doesn't let me. Oh, maybe because I have the line. Let me see if I do this. There we go.
There we go. Yeah, we don't want to see. We don't want that line. That line needs to get out of here.
So on the very high time frames, Sol's oversold on the 3-day. Well, on the weekly, really, but not on the 3 day. On the 3 days, still coming down some. Oh, but just to touch on that, because I already mentioned it. But if you look at Bitcoin on the 3-day, it's turning down again, but it's still at the bottom, and it's also making a descending like pattern on the RSIs. If I can get it to.
So, time to pump it up.
So it could be in, maybe not right now. This can easily just wait until it comes down some more, or it cools off some more, which could be this little sideways action we were discussing. But honestly, I actually might take this right after we get off of here. Hang around here. Looks pretty nice. Looks pretty good if I do say so myself. I took it up. I took it a little higher when it first dropped. I took it around like this is on the weekly. I took it around here with my stop below here. And now it's come down a little more. So that's what we're looking at with these tokens. The majority of the majority of other tokens look almost identical, like except for a few, like that have been bleeding harder. But most of them are in positions to make have retested. Like look at it. This is Link. Jesus, what a mess I have here.
It's all over the place. So many lines.
Oh, snap. My memory card ran out of space. Give me a second. But Link has basically just retested this. And could be making, and has made a much higher high from there. But the majority of tokens look like that. And I'll give it to you while I get my memory card situation sorted out. I'm back, baby.
Love it. I lost connection right when you had to stop.
I realize that you have lost connection.
Yeah, the frustrating thing about this, William, is that like it's perfectly fine before we record. Once we start recording, that's when the issues start acting up. I guess
to mention, gold isn't at a new all-time high. The S&P is on fire. Tesla's on fire.
Really, Tesla's on fire.
Mention that.
Wasn't that like back in
cooking with peanut oil?
Wasn't that like back in February when Tesla was like literally on fire in front of Las Vegas?
No, you know what? I'm gonna reshare my screen real quick, just so you can. I need to show Tesla. Look at this beauty.
Jeez.
I called a trade, and I added to my position right here at 312, pretty much, give or take. Look at that. Bam! And still holding that 423 level.
Stacking up on me.
Really pretty. And it's cooling off, too, at up there. So it's looking real good. And real quick before, I think this is the one. This is the S&P. Yeah. Look at the S&P. Brand new all-time high here. Look at that. 6,690. God damn. Look at that. I don't know where I got the... Let me get rid of that real quick. Look at that. Uptrend only. Like, I think this was what? May? No. This was April when we had, I think... that black swan with the what is it called? Japan carry trade fiasco that caused that dump from here to there, give or take, and has just completely recovered. Gold killing it. I know you don't like gold, Alex, but Peter Schiff loves it.
I mean, gold is doing great. I'm not saying I don't love
Killing
gold.
it.
I'm look. I'm not against investing in gold. Just not gold
Just say
bars.
it. There are better alternatives.
There are better alternatives. If you're investing in gold, I think it's better to invest in gold jewelry. Just because you get utility out of it, like actual utility.
And pay that extra premium.
Yeah, you pay the premium, but you get to use it. As opposed to the bars, yeah, sure, it's an investment. You could save some money. But you got it tucked away. That's about it.
Yeah. Peter Schiff is currently loving gold.
Oh, he's loving. He's definitely loving life.
He keeps on saying Bitcoin's in a bear market. Bitcoin's going to garbage. I told you all this was gonna happen. He's having a field day with it.
Yeah, he's having a field day, but he's still wrong though.
No. I mean, I love it because Benjamin Cowan, every time Peter posts, Benjamin Cowan, all he says is, "You do realize gold is down to Bitcoin 99.9%, right?"
Yep, that's why I say he's still wrong.
It's
like
hilarious.
he could be happy, but he could be blissfully, ignorantly happy.
This is true.
Ignorance is bliss.
Right,
They say that for a reason.
Just took that stab at it here. This is true.
Took the little. William just took a trade live on the podcast.
Dude, is that Bitcoin looked pretty good there? I'm betting on holding support essentially.
Honestly, yeah.
If it doesn't, then that's the issue.
Yeah, that's rough.
But it does look pretty good there. Also, looking at it, from what I'm looking at, we've had already three plus candles of pure downtrend. There has to be a relief bounce at the bare minimum at some point here, just to start going back up, like just to relieve the pain.
Mm-hmm. And maybe we won't end up in a super red September.
Maybe not. Oh, the only one. Oh, fuck it.
What are you doing? What? He's doing another trade. He's hopping in. Which one are you taking? The Solana?
I am taking Sol.
I knew it.
It's a small position. It's tiny. It's irrelevant. But if I get to grow it, it will be nice. I'm just putting in my stop losses before we continue, just in case this thing hits the fan. All right. I got excited. They look good, and as I was charting it with you, they made good sense. Oh, you froze. Well, Marlita, I will need you to edit some of this out. We're waiting for Alex to get back here.
That might have been my fault. That one might have been my fault. That
Try
one
again?
might have been my fault, William. I accidentally pressed the button that disconnected me from the internet. That one was kind of my fault. That was kind of my fault.
Your fault. Marnito will make it pretty because I told him he might have to edit some of this out.
So, do you wanna go on to like all the other news that we missed, or are you gonna take another trade?
No, I'm done. We're done. No more trades.
No more trades.
Yeah.
So much has been going on that
we don't know.
I am willing to bet. I'm willing to bet that the Epstein list has some insane names on that dossier, because there is left and right conspiracies, left and right aliens popping up. There's governments being overthrown, people getting abducted. It's all over the place.
Abducted.
Kidnapped. Well, but that's really not actually. This is actually a crypto story. Where
okay, who got kidnapped?
A family, actually, the Grant family, husband, wife, son. No, in Minnesota, actually.
Oh, I know. I thought this was a French one that got like beat up in the middle of the streets. Okay.
Yeah, so there also was a crime spree in France, but in Minnesota there was this family that got kidnapped with what they're calling like a wrench attack, where it just pretty much, I will cause you physical pain to get you to send your crypto outward to someone else's wallet. So these brothers pretty much kidnapped the Grant family, held them hostage for 9 hours, demanding that the father of the Grant family send Bitcoin, crypto in general, to an undisclosed wallet. $8 million.
Mind you, Alex and I are terrible traders. We make no money on this. All we do is lose money.
That is actually factual.
Fair, my wallet broke and I don't know how to fix it. So
he texted. He did text me
we're
that.
not
Like,
good at
what
this.
was that? What was that, yesterday?
2 days ago. Literally, this is we are a shit show in crypto. We have no money. We're broke. We're poor people.
We do this strictly because the technology makes sense, and it is the better form of money for the people. But we're not rich. That's for damn sure. We definitely don't have.
We do it for the love of the game.
That is true.
Not for the fame and fortune that comes with it.
Yeah. So again, this is just pretty much doubling down on something that we talked about on a previous episode, where
You said it.
physical crime against crypto holders is on the rise, particularly as the crypto market increases in value and the whales keep on getting richer. Mind you, wealth distribution is still significantly better in the crypto ecosystem than it is in traditional fiat systems, but they're still relatively wealthy individuals. I'd say $8 million is a lot of money. Definitely way more than enough to get someone to hold someone hostage. So stay quiet. Don't do what we do.
Being attacked. How did he know?
What do you mean? How did he know? Oh, how did they know that guy had $8 million of?
Do you know how they got targeted? Does he post, like, does he do what we do? Is he an idiot like us?
I'm not sure how this got disclosed. I don't know anything about these people. I just know that these two brothers attacked them and just held them hostage.
And they got the money?
And they were able to get the $8 million. It was a big event in Minnesota because so they know who it was. I don't know if they caught them.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah.
Dude, that man just lost $8 million like that.
So the brothers were arrested.
Okay.
They were able to track them down through a rented white Chevrolet Malibu.
Hopefully, I get some of his money back.
Yeah, if not all, at most.
I mean, I said most because I assume they spent something.
Yeah, probably. Well,
Rough out there.
or just sent it to other wallets. Well, again,
Which makes it harder to get.
To go back to what you said about France, the co-founder of Ledger, David Belland, and his wife were kidnapped in France earlier this year, where they were kidnapped. They were kidnapped for like 24 hours.
I would assume he would have security.
Yeah, but you would also assume that the CEO of United Healthcare would have security.
That's true. I would also yeah. I mean, yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that.
Like,
what I think, and this is more of a social commentary,
there's interconnection
rather than
I apologize for his
anything
behavior.
else. But as the wealth gap keeps on increasing, because the wealth gap does increase, these wealthy individuals need to realize that they get a bigger and bigger target on their head for having so much money and net worth accumulated. And if that doesn't get fixed, then they're just going to have to realize that they at some point will be so far out of like normal net worth that they will just constantly have a target on their head. I don't see William moving, so I'm assuming I got disconnected.
Was he back? No. And he was and he interrupted me, so I was just waiting for him to finish his
Stop
point.
doing this.
Jesus.
How long have you been missing me? No. It's gone again.
Welcome back, Buttercup.
Oh. William, your cable's making a weird noise.
I can't hear you.
What do you mean you can't hear me?
No.
No? Your
No,
cable.
buddy. I can't hear you, and you can hear me.
I can hear you. My mic?
Nada. What did you break? Excuse us, guys. It's a technical. You can tell it's our first day back in a while. We're having technical difficulties left and right here today. And it can't be his computer since that's brand new.
Do you hear me now?
There you go, Buttercup. It was all a lie. Never mind.
What the heck's going on, dude?
Yeah, I hear you. Just, are you speaking? Hello? Oh, he left again. Well, we wait. Hey.
Okay.
You're back?
I think I'm good now. I don't know what's going on.
He's back.
So
we left off, you interrupting me talking about the healthcare CEO, and you said, and then it cut off.
I talked about it completely. But before we keep on, can you fix your mic cable? This is annoying. This is beyond frustrating.
My mic cable is an issue, but he can't even load on the screen. Ah, Jesus. Jesus. Is it gone?
If you haven't noticed, this is bad. This is so bad.
He comes back, talks, and freezes again. It's so bad.
I'm about to crash out.
We might need to do an audio-only episode. Hello? Is it still doing the sound?
It's better. I'm like on the verge of crashing out right now. No, your noise is good. I think you're good. I wouldn't touch it. Oh. This internet thing has me about to blow my brains out,
That's
dude.
been the worst like interruption we've ever had.
It would like connect and then pretend like it's not, and then I would say a word and I'd see it'd work, and then as soon as I start talking, disconnected. I was like, okay, this is not possible. There's no way. Okay, what I was gonna say was, if you haven't been able to tell, but I don't pay for the internet, so this is part of the reason why we have some issues with the recordings, and then also, this is proof that we just don't have a lot of money. Just to double down on that.
Facts. This is proof. This is proof. I don't have enough money to buy a good camera to record with for my computer. Look at that. I don't have enough RAM on my laptop to run a good camera to record as a web camera.
We work one step at a time, guys. Well, I was able to finish my rant before I finished off with that whole connection thing about United Healthcare. Yeah, you gotta you can watch the episode if you want.
Whatever.
Well,
Okay. Since you know where you left off and I have no idea where you left off, why don't you continue the conversation then?
Yeah. So essentially, all I said was that the wealth gap is getting bigger, and that wealthy individuals have to realize that as this wealth gap gets bigger, they're gonna have a bigger and bigger target on their heads, and that's just not gonna work out for them. I'm not. That's not a political thing. That's not an emotional thing. That's just an observation.
That's also sad, by the way, that it's coming to that. By the way, it's also just sad. Like it shouldn't be like that.
Ultimately, like, I'm just not trying to get people killed. I don't want people to die, and that's just kind of what's gonna happen. And that's not a. That's I swear.
It doesn't have to happen. Don't say that. That's not accurate. Well, maybe it is accurate, but we don't say that either now.
That's literally like how empires fall. The middle class like saying, no longer ceases to exist.
People, yeah, but that's not. Yeah, but you're saying killing people. Well, poor people killing.
I'm not saying killing people. I'm saying people end up dying. Fingers crossed.
So,
my luck changes.
I don't think it will, because I think what's happening is that everyone's in the house and everyone's on the Wi-Fi right now.
That's probably what's going on, and then the internet's just crapping out.
Yeah. You know what this feels like? It feels like when Steve Jobs was trying to present a new product, and he mid-presentation it wasn't working. It was because everyone's on the Wi-Fi, and he tells everyone, if you want to see his presentation, everyone needs to get off the service right now, off 500 and whatever of views. If not, we'll just move along, and we won't demonstrate it. That's what
I did not know that was a thing. I did not know that was a thing that happened.
I saw a video of it too. It was funny.
That's funny.
So the last thing I said was that you were essentially insinuating in the before you were probably like clearing it up was that you basically said the poors like us are killing or will be killing the rich, and then I was gonna say, well, what makes the rich just not take all their money and just create an army to kill the poors? Again, no one wants this. This is all hypothetical. We're just making a talking point.
How about we stop recording today and tomorrow we just pick up where we're at, because this is not getting better. I think so too.
I
know you did not see it, but I slammed my head against this table. Guys, really hard.
I did not see it.
I tried to hold myself back.
We will probably be wearing different outfits, but we will just splice these two together. The first half will be all crypto, and then I think we'll cut about when we try to start talking about the rest of the topics that we missed.
Yeah, that sounds good. That sounds good to me. I'm frustrated.
Before Alex jumps off a building.
Punches my monitor, dude. That's what I'm about to do.
Monitor is expensive. He just bought that too. So guys, do not tune away from this. We will continue.
This is dumb. I'm sorry. I know. But if you made it this far, please drop a like, share, comment, and subscribe, because we are here as often as we possibly can to try to expand the world's knowledge on blockchain, current events, and
make ourselves executives in the process,
while having a bunch of fun doing it. Always for the fun.
On that note, it's been another week
of your favorite crypto podcast.
Sometimes crypto.
The unscripted
crypto podcast.
Ayo.